Queen Elizabeth's High School is a grammar school in Gainsborough, Lincolnshire in the East Midlands of England. It was established by Sir Robert Somerscale in 1589. During the last 400 years the school site has moved from a small setting in the local All Saints' Church to Cox's Hill and finally settling on the Morton Terrace Technical College site towards the north of the town, where the boys' grammar merged with the girls' school to form the current setup of QEHS in 1983. The school annually admits 180 students into Year 7 and 150 into Year 12. Around 1,000 students make up the lower school and another 250 make up the sixth form. Approximately 700 of those attending are girls and 500 are boys. The current headmaster of the school, David Alsop, was a former student. He took over from David Smart in 2009, who himself took over from John Child in 2006. Along with the majority of British secondary schools, students at QEHS will usually take 10 or 11 GCSE examinations in Year 11, and provided that they achieve satisfactory grades will be allowed to enter the sixth form to take 4 A-level qualifications. A number of external students are also admitted to the sixth form each year. An Ofsted inspection in 2008 described the school as outstanding. League tables released by the BBC also ranked the school highly. Ratings based on English baccalaureate results place QEHS joint 9.4A as level points per pupil third, and adjusted for value added 19th in Lincolnshire. The BBC A-level league tables rank QEHS second best in Lincolnshire, second only to Caister Grammar School. The majority of sixth form students at QEHS go on to higher education, with many gaining medicine places and a number each year getting offers from Oxbridge. History. Origins. Although the details are unclear, Gainsborough appears to have had a small grammar school from the 15th century provided by the local clergy, where possibly several of the Pilgrim Fathers received their early education. Among its alumni was John Robinson. Lessons were first held in a room above the porch of the original All Saints' Church. Many of the school's early records were lost during the reign of Charles I, owing to the prominent Puritan sympathies of many associated with the school who sought to avoid detection, and so had the incriminating records destroyed. Queen Elizabeth's High School formally originates, however, in 1589, when Queen Elizabeth I granted a charter to Sir Robert Somerscale to establish Queen Elizabeth's Grammar School for boys, with the express purpose of providing an education in the classics and divinity for the sons of the emerging middle class in the town. In 1828, the Chartist poet Thomas Cooper sought to set up a rival grammar school, but failed, and saw his school absorbed by QEHS. Gainsborough High School, a grammar school for girls, was founded in 1920. Amalgamation from 1795 until 1940. QEHS was located on Cox's Hill, at what is now the Hickman Hill Hotel. In 1940 both schools resituated to the present Morton Terrace site, on which the local technical college was also based. Under the tripartite system they became fully state grammar schools, having been fee-paying before then. The schools merged to form the current setup of QEHS in 1983. Recent history. John Child M.A. served as head teacher from 1995 until 2006. The school grew during this period, particularly the sixth form. David Smart took over between 2006 and 2009. Robert Russell took over as acting head teacher during April to September 2009, and at the start of the new term David Alsop started as head teacher and Robert Russell returned to his deputy head teacher role. On the 7th of December 2012, the school was host to the BBC Radio 4 show Any Questions?, which was held in the Upper School Hall. In 2013, following a lack of funding which affected most grammar schools, a £2 million grant from the local authority and a £500,000 grant from central government was given in order to expand and renovate the school. This enabled the construction of a new sports hall, a two-story teaching block and the refurbishment of College House. This was the result of much lobbying by the headmaster, David Alsop. On the 7th of March 2014, the Sixth Form Centre was relocated to the College House building, with the previous centre becoming crowded. College House had previously fallen into disrepair following the amalgamation of the girls' school, which had previously used the building. College House was built in 1872, becoming part of the girls' school in 1920. School administration and structure. Each year from 7 to 11 has approximately 180 students, and each year is divided into 6 forms. The house system. There are 6 houses at the school: Austin, Brunel, Churchill, Darwen, Elgar and Scott, all named after notable Britons. The houses compete in sporting events as well as art and music competitions. The house system was changed in 2008 and they were previously known as Frobisher, Drake, Raleigh and Grenville. During this change, form rooms were moved into house blocks instead of year blocks, in order to promote the new house system. This aimed to mix the year groups together and create a strong house community. Prior to amalgamation, the boys had 4 houses: Cox, Elliot, Hickman and Marshall. Subject departments. Music and drama. At the school, music has a long history at QEHS, with the Anglican choral composer W. Stanley Van being head of music during the 1930s. Philip Ainsworth served as head of music at the school for 35 years, before retiring in 2008, when Stephen Burnage replaced him for a 3-year period, before moving on to other things. The current head of music is Rebecca Lawrence, a former pupil of the school. Recent drama productions have included Return to the Forbidden Planet, Godspell and Disco Inferno. Languages at the school. All students in Year 7 take 4 periods of French, Spanish and German. At the end of Year 7, students take up an additional language from French, German or Spanish. They must then take a GCSE in either French, German or Spanish, and students may take either Spanish, French or German at A-level. Latin has been phased out of the curriculum in favor of Spanish. Technology at the school. The school has a modern technology suite situated in the middle school, opened by Prince Charles, the Prince of Wales in 1999. Sport and other extracurricular activities. Cricket, rugby, football and athletics are the main boys' sports, and hockey, netball, tennis and athletics the main girls' sports. Inter-school matches are played against other grammar schools in Lincolnshire, and a few public schools and secondary modern schools. In recent years, cricket has proved a success, with several sides winning the county schools competition, and several Ghanaians representing Lincolnshire, Nottinghamshire and Yorkshire at county level. Pupils are encouraged to serve the community, and several do volunteer work in the local area. Many sixth formers have taken part in Young Enterprise. Debating teams have won local competitions, including the Youth Speaks competition, and have competed in a national competition. Oldganians. Former pupils are known as Oldganians. Academia and Science. Sir Halford Mackinder, British geographer and one of the founding fathers of both geopolitics and geostrategy. Scottish Unionist Party MP and one of the founders of the London School of Economics. Nicholas Atkin, Professor of Modern European History at University of Reading, historical biographer and author. Philip Beeman, Professor of Experimental Psychology, University of Reading. Best known for his work on earworms. Brian Berry, human geographer. Lloyd Field Berkner, Regental Professor and Dean of the School of Economic, Political and Policy Sciences at the University of Texas at Dallas. Edward William Binney, FRS, 19th-century solicitor, geologist and paleontologist. Sir George Rolleston, FRCP, FRS, 19th-century British physician and zoologist. Linacre Professor of Anatomy and Physiology at Oxford. Evolutionary theorist. Robert Smith, mathematician and music theorist, Master of Trinity College, Cambridge. Plumian Professor of Astronomy and Experimental Philosophy. Arts. Jason Carter, actor, best known for his appearances in sci-fi series Babylon 5. Stanley Van Head of music, Anglican choral composer and organist. Carl Salisbury Woodhead of art, British artist known for his pastoral works often featuring windmills. Public service. Roger Bannister, ASSD, Chief Constable, Lincolnshire Constabulary. Religion. Hansard Knollys, Headmaster, Puritan particular Baptist preacher and clergyman. James Bowling Mosley, Anglican clergyman, theologian, Oxford Movement chronicler and Regius Professor of Divinity at Oxford University. Thomas Mosley, Anglican clergyman and Anglo-Catholic theologian. Edward Rainbow, D.D. 17th-century Anglican Bishop of Carlisle, Puritan writer, Master of Magdalen College, Cambridge and Vice-Chancellor of Cambridge University. John Robinson, Puritan Congregationalist, Calvinist theologian and polemicist, and pastor to the Pilgrim Fathers. John Smith, Puritan pastor and founder of the Baptist movement. Sport. Peter Atkinson, county cricketer for Worcestershire and Northumberland. Charles Booth, amateur soccer player with Wolverhampton Wanderers and Arsenal. Harry Davies, professional soccer player with Stoke City and Huddersfield Town. Sports journalist. John Hargreaves, minor county and list A cricketer for Suffolk. Mervyn Winfield, county cricketer for Nottinghamshire and Lincolnshire.